Hello, you're with Libby from libbystamps.com and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Today we're going to make this little goodie bag. Now mine doesn't have goodies in it yet, but just sort of try to imagine that there's some goodies in there. And I've used the layering circles on it and the cupcakes and carousels designer series paper stack. So what you need will be just length of ribbon or baker's twine to go through the holes here. You'll need Stampin' Up gusseted bags, which are 5 by 11.5 or 12.7 by 29.2 centimeters, and we're going to cut them off to fit. You'll also need, if you want to put some DSP on it, I've used the Cupcakes and Carousels designer series paper stack and I've cut that to size. You'll also need the layering squares, framelits dies, and we're going to use them to make the scallop across the top of our bag. And you'll need the layering circles, framelits, and that's to make this circle here. Then of course you need some cardstock and your big shot. So what you actually need is a piece of card which is cut to 13 centimeters wide by 29 centimeters or 5 1/4 by 11.5. And then you need another piece of card which is 13 wide by 8 or 5 1/4 by 3.5. My DSP I've cut to 13 by 12 centimeters, and the gusseted bag we're going to cut down as we go. You'll also need a crocodile or a hole punch for the holes in the front of the goodie bag to hold it all together. So that's these holes here, and you actually punch through the gusseted bag as well, and it just holds the whole thing together so that when they undo that they can take their bag of goodies out. We'll start with our cardstock. We're going to score our 8 by 13 piece at 4 centimeters. So that's with the 8 centimeter going across the top. We're going to score it 4 centimeters, and that's going to form the top of our goodie bag. Then we're going to bring our long piece in. You're going to score at 12 centimeters, which is 4 3/4, and again at 5 3/4 or 17 centimeters. Or you can flip it around and do 12 4 3/4 again. Alright, I'm going to also, while I've got my trimmer here, cut my bag down. Now I just put it in my trimmer and I lined the seam up at the bottom with the 6" or 15 centimeter mark, and then just trimmed off. And then you can keep that for shaker cards or something later if you want. Now this is larger than we need, but it gives you a bit to turn over at the top as well. So that works out quite well. Alright, I'm going to bring my big shot in now. Alright, so first of all we're going to cut this piece in the front. So, before we do that we better stick our DSP to the front. So your DSP measures 12 by 13, and make sure if it's a directional pattern that you have it going in the right direction. So I'm just going to put some liquid adhesive on that. I'm going to bring in the scallop circle. I like the scallop rather than just the plain. You could do the plain circle, and then putting it down towards the score mark that we had. That allows me plenty of room at the top to turn over and fix the bag and everything inside. So you want to sort of put that in about the center. So put the layering circle. You could use a square or an oval, it doesn't have to be a circle. So put that in about the center towards the bottom of the front, and then you're just going to run that through your big shot. Now you can keep this piece, because you put glue on the front of it, you can keep this and add it as a tag at the end if you want to. Then we're going to bring in our little tag that goes across the top, the little holder, and we're going to choose one side to be the front. Now I line my layering square up so the edge of the square is right on the edge of my cardstock, and this edge here would be right on the edge of the other piece of card. Okay, and then we're just going to run that through, and we're going to do that twice, so we'll do it on this side first, put it back in, and we're going to do the same on this side. So line the bottom of the framelit up with the base of your cardstock, so it's right on the edge of your cardstock, and so is the other end. So this end here would run right along this edge of your cardstock. This end here runs right along the edge of this bit of cardstock. And then put your plate on and run it through. So then we have a scallop edge on our cardstock that's worked out quite well. And you do that just with the layering square, the scallop layering square. Alright, so time to bring your bone folder in, and we're going to burnish all these score lines that we made before. Make sure everything's lined up nicely, and this gives us our gusseted treat bag. And then we'll do the same on the top, so making sure that the ends are lined up nicely. We're going to put all this together. So as I said before, we've trimmed our gusseted bag down. Now you can put a glue dot under the edge of the bag just to help keep it closed, and you want it to be so that the seam and the front score line match up. And then just put your glue dot underneath and turn your bag over. Make sure you fill it first. Alright, so then we're going to just put these all in together. You can use a glue dot to glue it into your bag if you want to, but that'll make it more difficult to take out. Alright, so we've put all that together, and then we just need to bring in our top piece that's going to hold our goodie bag in place, and line all those edges up so that they're straight on each end. And then I'm using a crocodile just because I find it's easier, but you could use a hole punch of any size, and I'm just going to come in and eyeball it just sort of either side of the middle like that. And then our ribbon I've cut at a point, so I'm using the metallic ribbon from the Celebration brochure. Now it's only available while stocks last and until the 31st of March, whichever comes first, and it's a free product with every $90 Australian that you spend. So it's lovely ribbon with gold or silver metallic thread running through it. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. Alright, so I make a loop, bring it round the back, and then thread through. And I have a bow, which I just need to fiddle with a bit. Alright, even the ends up, and we're going to just shorten the ends of that ribbon. Now this would be a lovely bag with Easter eggs in it, chocolates, make it for any occasion. So there we have our two bags. This one I've just used the black baker's twine on, and this one's got the metallic ribbon from the metallic ribbon combo pack. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see